What is up, lads? How's it going? How are you getting on? And welcome back to the channel. We've got a slightly sore head this morning. We were at a wedding last night, but we've got 40 minutes, 42 minutes ahead of the deadline. Yeah, so big double game week in store. A lot of points to be won or to be had this game week. But yeah, I hope you're all keeping well. We've got a few in the chat already. But yeah, let's get things started. Shout out to Josh in the chat there, Fantasy Football 123 and Sai. Hope you're all keeping well, lads. Do send in your questions. Let us know where you're watching from. And yeah, we've a lot to ponder. We've a lot to decide over the next 41 minutes or so. We'll just start off things as normal. We'll just have a look at how we fared out last game week. Topsy-turvy game week, to be honest. As you can see there, 63 points. Oh no, that's the free hit week. On to the next week then. 66 points overall, sorry. We were down sitting at 90k overall until the last game of the game week, United and Spurs, and not thankfully as a United supporter, but thankfully as an FPL player, I had Kane on my team. He pretty much kind of saved the game week, and yeah, I'm sitting at a 70k overall now. So bit of ground to make up. Hopefully we'll make some ground in this double game week. But yeah, that is the crack. Good for you watching. Fair play to you all. We'll start off proceedings so with Josh Sims. So Josh says, "How's it going, mate? I've played my wild card and I'm struggling with my team. Do you think Walker's a good move? And which strikers would you recommend? Also, do you think De Bruyne will get rested?" Personally, I prefer Salah to De Bruyne. Just the fact that City are still in the Champions League, a lot of games over the next 2 weeks. Could possibly see benching KDB for at least one of them. So yeah, I know that obviously the league is still up for grabs. City are clear favourites now at the moment, but wouldn't be surprised to see De Bruyne bench for at least one of them. What's he saying? Walker's a good move. Looking at other City defenders, there's a little sneak peek of my team there. Man City there. Stones, if you mightn't have the cash, is that what you mean? I'm struggling with my team. I'd probably go for Stones if you can afford anyone, and then strikers. Recommend get this man in Isak. He's got his double game week for Newcastle then in game week 36. So Isak is a person I'd be recommending. Solanke only for this week, but Bournemouth, I'll show you now, they've pretty poor fixtures then over the next few. That's luckily enough why I went for Isak over Solanke. I had just enough money to go from Chelsea, Palace, United, Everton. Everton are going to be looking to stay up. Palace away is a tough enough fixture. Leeds even this weekend is going to be tough, I think, for Bournemouth with Leeds looking to a must-win game for Leeds. But I think they have the City, Spurs, Leeds in the next couple of games. Quick look at their fixtures here. Yeah, City, Spurs, Newcastle and West Ham. So they need 3 points against Bournemouth pretty much this weekend. So I wouldn't say it's going to be an easy fixture for Bournemouth. So that's why I went Isak over Solanke. There's my team at the moment there, lads. Yeah, I've brought in Isak. If you watch my video, I brought in Isak, Salah and Trent. No money in the bank, so that's exactly how I've lined out. I got lucky enough with Isak, as I was saying, so I have him anyway for game week 36. Fantasy Football 123, does Matoma start? I think so. I know the Zerbi was saying that he's looking tired, but I think he was hinting at I don't know, just to kind of push him on. He had a kind of sluggish chance in the second half against Forest. Poor enough miss. He probably should have scored, and the new lads set him up. But I think he should be okay. When did they play? Is it Sunday? Oh, no, they play today at 3 o'clock. I think he should be okay, hopefully. But we'll see. I'm starting him for now anyway. There's no reason to bench him anyway, because he can easily score against United if he doesn't play. But I think he does play, to be honest. Control Alt delayed. Hope you're keeping well, man. Should I start Solanke this week instead of Trippier? Just as I was saying there about Leeds there, I probably would play Trippier. I do think Leeds will put up a fight, especially at home. Yeah, they are at home to... Oh no, they're away, sorry. I still think Leeds will put up a fight to them, to be honest. Solanke did get an assist during the week. But no, I'd prefer Trippier there, to be honest. That's what I go for him. Would you consider doing Ben White to Shaw for a -8? I would, yeah. I'm going to hope we get a clean sheet against Villa. Brighton probably not away from home, but yeah, hopefully Yeah, I think you as well get rid of Ben White. He's got Newcastle and Brighton anyway over the next few, so I can't see too many clean sheets for Arsenal. Fair enough, they'll be must win games, but I don't think, especially how poor they were against City during the week, albeit against a very good City team. Yeah, I do the hit to bring in Shaw. KDB or Fernandez, Elohim. If you can get Salah, go Salah. I probably would prefer De Bruyne over Bruno, to be honest. Yeah, it's a tough one. Salah, De Bruyne, Fernandez, Bruno is how I'd rank those. But if you don't have Salah, Elohim, get Salah in there. Darwin or Jota, Cormac. Yeah, can we get Klopp's? What did he say about Jota? We'll just get it up on screen. Doesn't sound great as for a Jota start anyway. He wasn't pictured in training either yesterday. Can we get his quote from the press conference yesterday? Should have probably had it up before it started, but it shouldn't be too hard to find here. And it doesn't look great for Jota. Klopp said he did get a bad enough bang in the back against West Ham. I don't know if we can even find it here. Here we go. Bad knock, but should be all right. We'll see how that develops. But he wasn't pictured in training yesterday. I was tempted to bring him in, I won't lie, but no, I've Isak in the team anyway with the double game of 36 in mind. So yeah, he will get minutes over the double Jota, but the fact that he wasn't in training yesterday seems this weekend's game against Spurs might be a bit too early. But the Fulham game, fair enough, isn't a Fulham to play in the second game. Yeah, so he could be alright for Fulham, fair enough, but it sounds like the Spurs game could be a bit too soon from. I wouldn't be surprised if Darwin starts that, but Darwin or Jota, Cormac, I'd go Isak if you don't have Isak. I'm not mad on Darwin, to be honest. As long as you're Salah, you're alright, Cormac, but none of those two. I'm gonna say stay away from them. But if you want to take a punt between the two, maybe Darwin, because he does look like more minutes. With that quote from Jota and the fact he wasn't pictured in training yesterday. Any word on De Bruyne, Adam? Where are you gone there? Chats after updating. Any word on De Bruyne? That last Iron Man video, bro. Appreciate it. It was a bit of crack anyway. Definitely wasn't one take anyway. Don't worry. The fact that the cross into the box were sometimes bad. My finishing was sometimes bad, but no, we got it done quicker than expected anyway. But yeah, appreciate that, Adam. Any word on De Bruyne? He had a niggle. That's the last I've heard. Well, fair enough. I was at a wedding yesterday, so I might have missed a few more. But no, the last I've seen any, he came off with a niggle against Arsenal. But go Salah over De Bruyne, and I'd still probably get De Bruyne in, to be honest, if you're on a free hit. But Salah priority over De Bruyne. Watching from Belmullet, don't ask Robert. You must have had a good night last night. I'm gonna assume, good man. Start Zuma or Trippier. West Ham have the double, don't they? Palace, maybe give it to Zuma with the two fixtures, but City in the second game, that's a toss up. Spin a wheel or something for that William, but maybe do start Trippier. Southampton at home, should have kept a clean sheet. Newcastle midweek, so 6 points there. You'd be happy enough with that. Start Isak or Trippier. Start Isak. He got his rest here during the week, so yeah, hoping he performs very well. His ghost assist, I would have been very pissed off, for better words, if I had him in the team and I seen that. He didn't get the assist, but it did take the deflection off the defender, so that's obviously why he didn't get it. Good few watching, lads, so if you are watching and you aren't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. And we're on 14 likes there. We've 36 watching. If we can get close to 20 likes over the next couple of minutes, that'd be very much appreciated. Is KDB fit? He's got a niggle. If you're on free hit, he's worth a punt for sure. I just wouldn't be surprised if he's benched for one of the games. Albeit it might not be. This man in my team could also be bench Grealish. But I don't think there'll be much rotation. Not too much anyway. So hoping Grealish does get the start. Foden did get his assist laid on for Haaland's his only goal against Arsenal. But yeah, hoping Grealish does get a good few minutes. Hopefully 2 starts, and they're 2 games he could well perform well in. What is he? 30% owned, 40% owned, 16% owned. Sorry. So yeah, Grealish start to be lovely over the 2 games. De Gea or Alisson? Go Alisson. Spurs and Fulham. for Spurs might get something, fair enough. But the Fulham game, you'd be expecting a Liverpool clean sheet. Isak or Trippier, we did that one. Goalkeeper Raya, yeah, I'm going the same. There's no point getting rid of him for a -4. Don't have enough to get Ederson in anyway if I wanted to. But yeah, very annoying. Playing Kepa over him last game week, that could have been massive. Could have been touching 50k if I did that, but no harm. Isak or Trippier, start Trippier. I can afford Salah and De Bruyne, but it is not worth it. Josh, I can afford Salah and De Bruyne, but it is not worth it. Go Salah anyway. Definitely go Salah if you can afford the two. But no, I'd be saying go Salah on penalties. Tottenham and Fulham, their games. Liverpool can get a few in. Abbas, how's it going, Abbas? Raya, defenders, Shaw, Estepinian, Trent, Rashford, Matoma, March, Grealish, Salah, forwards, Watkins and Haaland. Yeah, looks good. I'll be hoping Watkins has a quiet game, to be honest, but yeah, no, looks good apart from that now. Good man. Trippier or Watkins and reasons why. I've Trippier first on the bench. I'm a United fan. Villa probably do get one. They've scored in every game, to be fair, since Emery came in. I just have Trippier there. Probably Watkins might get something. It's me probably being biased with Shaw in the team. That's why I've moved them down. So I'm kind of hoping that Watkins stays quiet. Yeah, I put Watkins second on the bench. Trippier, just clean sheet potential. I think they're pretty high up, Newcastle, for the chance of a clean sheet and set pieces as well. So yeah, that's why I go Trippier over Watkins. Villa could easily score, to be fair, but that's my reason why. Wee bit United bias there, but yeah, that's what I'm going. I'm starting Tony over Trippier, who did Brentford play this weekend. Brentford against Forest, yeah, I'd go for that. Yeah, that's fair enough. No bother on that. On penalties, probably should have scored against Chelsea during the week as well. Probably unlucky not to get something. So yeah, start Tony there. It's mad how we were all waiting for him to get a yellow card, never did. Yeah, and he's fine for the rest of the season now. Which one to bench out of Andreas, Henry, and Kane? Don't bench Kane anyway. Kane could easily get something. Andreas, Henry. He's two though, doesn't he? Andreas, Fulham, and Liverpool. Probably Henry, to be honest. Forest might get something. They're in decent form at the moment. At least Andreas is on penalties. He might get something against Liverpool. Might potentially get something against City, but just because he's on penalties, that's why I'd start Pereira. Brian, how's it going, Brian? Where are you gone? Thinking of bringing in De Bruyne. Should I be trying to save a spot for City defender with already having Grealish and Haaland, or is there no need? I don't think there's any need, Brian. I don't have any City players in there either, or City defenders. Fulham and West Ham should see 2 clean sheets, to be fair. So maybe a bit of a risk not going with one of them. But no, if you want De Bruyne, I'd say go for it. Just as long as you have Salah, go. You can go with De Bruyne then, but I'd have Salah just he's on penalties. Haaland would hopefully be robbing the limelight over the double game week. De Bruyne got his haul against Arsenal, but yeah, and hopefully Grealish as well. Wee bit biased there as well, but yeah, I'd nothing major about a City defender, to be fair. They've got a nice run, I'm fairly sure. Leeds, Everton, Chelsea, another double game week in 37. You might want an attacker looking at those. Chelsea might get one. Brighton could get one. Yeah, probably I prefer the attacker over the defender. Grealish or Fernandes for a -4. No, Keane, don't do that. Definitely don't get rid of Grealish. Start Trippier or Isak. Dawn, I'm starting Isak over Trippier there. Best players for a free hit. Dara, Swords, keep up the good work. Thank you, Dara, appreciate that. Free hit, it'd be 3 City, De Bruyne, Haaland, and probably Grealish. I'd stick Grealish in there as well. 3 Liverpool, Salah, Trent, maybe Robbo. I've lost love for Gakpo anyway after his free hit horror show. 3 United, you could stick 2 United anyway, Rashford and Shaw anyway. Go for Bruno if you want. Just stock up in doublers really, and two Brighton lads anyway. Matoma and March, maybe McAllister with the words about Matoma, but I think he's going to be fine. As the opinion there, with the Wolves game, you'd be hoping Brighton do get a clean sheet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just stock up on doublers and the free hit, and I think you're good to go then. Yeah, that's literally it. Fill up a team with doublers and hope for the best then. Mings to Lindelof, who they Villa have. They've United. They haven't great fixtures, have they, for the next few? Wolves, Spurs, Liverpool, Brighton. It's not a bad shout. Mings, you did well to have Mings anyway for his goal last week if you did have him, so fair play on that. But Lindelof, yeah, looks good for starts over the next few, so no harm in that. You do save a bit of money. What is he for? 4.1. Yeah, so no harm to go for that. Trippier and Isaac starting, or a City defender in for -4. Paul, no, you want Trippier for the double in 36, Paul. So I'd probably keep Trippier, unless you can get Trippier back before the double. Yeah, no, I'd keep Trippier. Start Isaac and Trippier. If you wanna try and make ground, but just make sure you've a route to get Trippier back in the team, because you'll want him for 36. So go for that if you want. Would you start Henry or Dan Burn? Probably Dan Burn against Southampton. Forest might nick one. I'll have Brentford. I've Raya. We hope. Henry or Dan Burn. Henry's got a better chance of an attacking return there. So yeah, go for Henry's playing left wing back anyway. So should get something or more of a chance than Burn anyway. Trippier or Watkins, go Trippier. Isaac was screwed over and Kane gets an assist for a triple deflection because of the English badge on Paul. No, to be fair, I'll try and stay quiet in it because I was a Kane owner, but no, it was just the fact he hit off the defender and then went to Pedro Porro then, but it was just a great run by Isaac, and the fact you'd be feel pretty hard done by the fact he didn't get the assist, but it did. His ball wasn't going straight to Murphy, and then that's just the rules this year. Wee bit annoying. I got a message off someone on Instagram saying that it was something similar to Jesus assist he didn't get earlier on the season, but I can't remember that for the life of me. So maybe it was, but they're kind of dodgy enough assists. But yeah, I would have felt hard done by if I owned Isaac during the week and didn't get that assist. But yeah, hopefully he makes up for this weekend with a few returns. Luca, mate, how's it going? I'm on a free hit. Just wanted to know if you like this team. Haaland, Salah, De Bruyne, Matoma, March, Rashford, Steele, Trent, Shaw, Robertson and Trippier as my starting 11. That's another one I didn't mention. Sorry, Steele. Yeah, that's how you save money. Looks good. You've had 10 doublers on Trippier. Yeah, happy enough with that. You've Haaland, De Bruyne, you've Salah. Looks good to me. Luca, good man. And Steele there, yeah. Looks good. Taslima, captain De Bruyne or Haaland? Has to be Haaland. Could have had a hat-trick easy against Arsenal during the week. Yeah, so it has to be Haaland for sure. Trippier for Van Dijk or City defender for -4, Paul? No, I'd keep Trippier. You'd want him for 36 anyway. Thomas, Ederson, Trent, Shaw, Estepinian, Salah, Bruno, Rashford, Mac, Matoma, Haaland and Isaac. Not on free hit. Last decision, Isaac or Trip? Leaning Isaac, yeah. Go with Isaac, yeah. On penalties, hopefully he gets one or two anyway. Newcastle are flying. They're pretty scary anyway, their attack. It's going to be a bit of a decision, game week 36 for the captaincy. City with Everton, Newcastle with Brighton and Leeds. Probably be leaning towards Isaac, but then you've the Brighton lads as well against Arsenal. You'd just be worried if Isaac gets benched for the Brighton game, like what happened midweek there, but hopefully he'll be okay. Right, what are we? 23 minutes to the deadline. We've a good bit of time anyway. If you are enjoying the stream, lads, if you are enjoying the content over the last couple of game weeks or the whole season, please do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're close to 3,200 subs, so we'd really appreciate if you are watching for the first time. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Why not even share the channel to one of your friends or whatever. Right, keep going. Double Liverpool defence for -4, or just start Isaac. I probably would just start Isaac there. Do Liverpool have another double? I don't think they do. No, I'd just start Isaac. Well chance he gets a goal or an attacking return anyway against that Southampton defence. Johnny O.L., Isaac or Watkins or Andreas, who's a double, who to start? Start Isaac, I think, yeah. Pereira is on penalties, but up against Liverpool and City, isn't it? That's 36 ones. Yeah, I'd start Isaac. It was only if you had a lesser option to start Pereira. But yeah, start Isak there. Is Watkins a hold for the rest of the season? How are we looking next week actually? So this is one there here FPL team that I use just for easy planning. Right, we'll just see how we line up for next week, if we're going to be using Watkins or not. Saka to Salah. Not looking forward to Trent or to see Kane up against Liverpool, to be honest. He's flying the last couple of games. He's just ticking away nicely. Right, so Watkins on the bench and Shaw on the bench there. Right, so that's how we're lining up for this week. Predicted points of 104. So if we hit the ton, we'll be happy enough with that. Right, next week, how are we looking? Watkins Wolves away, Isak Arsenal at home. Could probably bench the Newcastle lads. Wolves away for Watkins, yeah, fair enough. Next week then it's going to be Isak starting and Watkins probably on the bench. Spurs, it's going to be topsy-turvy really with Watkins and who's he then, Liverpool away. So last game of the season, Brighton at home. Not mad at him really for the rest of the season. He'll play the Wolves game next week, but then that could be the last game in the season for him in my team. But yeah, he's been slightly quiet as of late, but can't complain at all, especially with that Newcastle haul he got for us. But yeah, is Watkins a hold? Probably would if you can get rid of him, get rid of him. But he'll play in my team for the Wolves game next week anyway. Isak over Trippier, Joe. Isak, go with Isak. Do you think Alvarez starts game week 35 with the Madrid game? Who do they have in 35? Leeds at home, possibly. Yeah. All depends. You know, we were thinking Holland was going to be benched with the Bayern Munich game, whatever, and City had the game over in the first half. If the game over in the first half could be another thing with Holland being taken off early with against Leeds. All depends how the first leg goes. But yeah, there's a chance, Breen, that Alvarez would get a start there. But yeah, we'll worry about that in a week's time. Using my bench boost, Thomas, Nico Williams on the bench and is injured. Would you take a -4 to get Soufal from West Ham in? Best of luck, Era, and everyone. Good man, Thomas. If that's the only one you can get, maybe Lindelof, Thomas. Either if you don't have Triple United already. Lindelof is only 4.1 is he, or what is he? 4.1. That's another route there as well, and it should be okay anyway for the next couple of game weeks. And then you have another double in 37 if he's still fit. When Martinez is out for the season anyway, and unknown return day for Varane. So Lindelof there as well, 4.1. If you don't have Triple United already, Thomas, go for that. The West Ham have a double in 37 then either. No. So yeah, you get an extra fixture there with Lindelof if you want to bring him in then as well. But yeah, right. Free hit team, Dara. Ederson, Trent, Wan-Bissaka, Robertson, Estepinian, De Bruyne, Salah, Rashford, March, Matoma, and Haaland. We'll probably go Shaw over Wan-Bissaka there. Yeah, not too bad. Even Ederson to steal. Could probably do Stones instead of Robertson then. If you want that City defender. But apart from that, Dara looks well. One or two changes really. But yeah, Saka to Grealish for another -4. Probably would, to be honest. You have the other double then for City later on. I think it's Grealish's place to lose anyway, and you're kind of planning ahead with your transfers then too. Is Jota injured? Roland. He wasn't pictured in training anyway, so could be a big chance he'll miss the first game. I expect him to get minutes in the second game, or he could even get minutes in the first game. Whether that be starting, I wouldn't think so. But yeah, Mahrez, Dunk, De Gea, or March, Shaw, and Ederson on free hit. Mahrez, Dunk, De Gea, or March, Shaw, and Ederson. I think March, Shaw, and Ederson. Robert or Jota. With the uncertainty around Jota, probably go for Robertson there. Yeah. Start Watkins or Pereira of 7 other doublers. Probably Pereira with the 2 games. Yeah, I'd be hoping Villa are kept quiet by United. Would you take a hit for Raya to the Hay? No, definitely not. Every chance Raya could get another 9-10 point haul against Forest. If not, he'll rack up the save points anyway. So no, I wouldn't take the hit. Just for 34, Tony versus Isak. That's a tough one, yeah. Still think Isak that Newcastle defense is or attack is absolutely outrageous. How many goals did they over the last couple of game weeks? 6-4. Fair enough, the loss there. 5-2-2. Yeah, I just prefer the Newcastle defence to the Brentford defence at the moment. Fair enough, they did beat Chelsea during the week, but Chelsea are shocking. Yeah, I would probably say Isak. Any news of Foden starts? No. Hopefully, I'll have a quick look on Twitter now. Actually, hopefully he doesn't, because that means Grealish will be benched. But I think I saw a lineup that Foden could move to the right. But yeah, hopefully Grealish does get the nod anyway. How are we looking? So no news anyway on the timeline as of now. No, not at the moment. A lot of people triple captain by the looks of it off Twitter. If you have your triple captain, definitely do use it. Thomas has been nominated for the Puskas Award. Good man, Thomas. Cheers. It was a nice one anyway. But definitely not one take, as I was saying earlier on. But I appreciate that, Thomas. Good man. Would you swap De Bruyne for Salah or take the gamble? If you're on free hit, Michael, go Salah. Go Salah, definitely. I think I prefer Salah to De Bruyne. And if you're on free hit, get the two. If you're on free hit, to be fair. But yeah. FPL veteran. How are you keeping? Is that the Scottish lad? I'm nearly sure. I was chatting to him on a what do you even call them on Twitter? I can't even remember the name. What are they called on Twitter? But I'm nearly sure I was chatting to you on a show on Twitter. If that's FPL veteran, if he's a Scottish lad, he's a sound man, good man. Hope you're keeping well, man. Great stream, thank you, appreciate that. Start Trippier or Solanke? Probably go Trippier, to be honest. I think Leeds. This is their game, Leeds, that they really need to win. So yeah, I'd go with that. Rather be 15 minutes. Team is Raya, FPL Yellow Army, good man. How are you keeping? Raya, Shaw, Trent, Estepinian, Grealish, Rashford, Salah, Matoma, Mac, Haaland, Isak. Benches, Trippier, Botman. Yeah, nothing in the bank. One free transfer: Martial, Ederson, Antonio, Alvarez. Who's your keeper? Raya. I think it's, yeah, you probably do want to make a change. You can do Kepa to Ederson. That's what I do if you do have the money, and then you're planning ahead for the next couple of weeks anyway. That's what I would. It's a space on Twitter. It just came to me there. If that's FPL veteran, a good man. Yeah, Kepa to Ederson if you can. And you'll be planning ahead for the weeks to come too there. Hader, how's it going? I'm on free hit. Who should I go among the KDB or Grealish and Jota or Nunes? I prefer De Bruyne to Grealish, fair enough, yeah. Jota or Nunes, if you want to even go Robbo. Nunes probably looks more likely to get some minutes with Jota out of training yesterday. But yeah, hopefully we'll see. Well, I don't have Jota anyway, so I don't really care. But yeah, I'd be reluctant to get Jota in, to be honest, with the new with him not being spotted in training yesterday. Triple captain Haaland, Rory, yeah, definitely do if you have the triple captain. Very, very jealous, but yeah, go for that for sure. Shaw or Trippier, but I need to take a -4 for Shaw. Keep Shaw or keep Trippier if you can get Shaw on it anywhere else, because you'll want Trippier for 36. I do think United do get at least one clean sheet, hopefully. Hoping it's the Villa game anyhow. Yeah, but yeah. Keep Trippier if you can. Get Shaw in anywhere else. Do. Trippier, Solanke is stressing me out. Not gonna lie. Control Alt Delete. I'm gonna say do Trippier. I'm gonna have points in my bench there if Newcastle do keep a clean sheet, as you can see there. Botman and Trippier. Possibly Watkins might get something as well. But yeah, I'm going Trippier first sub anyhow. But yeah, probably would play him over Solanke. Control Alt Delete. That's what I'm trying to say anyway. Hi man, I've 9 out of 11 players who to start: Jesus or Watkins. Probably if you have to play Jesus, if you have him in the team. Chelsea are shocking. Jesus has been fair enough. He was quiet against City during the week, but he should have got a haul against Southampton. So yeah, you'd be hoping he'd bounce back. Arsenal will definitely be looking to bounce back. Yeah, so I'd go for that. Trippier to Diaz for a -4, and then Trippier back in for GAMEWEEK 36 transfer. Paul, if you can, I probably would prefer Stones to Diaz. He got his goal during the week, Stones, and he's the kind of fella he's going to score one week, and he'll probably score again the next week. Fond memories of last year's double when I had him for the 2 goals, and I think he scored the goal the week after then. So he kind of goes on patches like that. But yeah, start Jesus or Watkins, or sorry, we were saying that Trippier to Diaz. Go Stones if you can. If you have a plan to get Trippier back in for 36, fair enough. But yeah, start Solanke or Watkins. It's a bit of a toss of a coin there. Solanke or Watkins. I saw on the team. Villa scored in every game under Emery, so that's probably what would lean you towards Watkins if you wanted. I do think Leeds will be fighting for the lives anyhow. They need a result, so they'll be trying to keep Bournemouth scoreless, obviously. So that's the only reason. Holden Watkins is a good idea for next week, as it's a decent fixture, as Newcastle have a tough one. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, Watkins will be playing the Wolves game. Yeah, that could be it though for the rest of the season. We'll see. Isak or Wilson, please, bud. Can't work out. Eddie will start against Southampton. I think Isak gets a start anyway, especially with that run for the goal. Hopefully we might see them playing together soon. But no, I'd go Isak. Wilson has done well, to be fair. He's ticking along nice. He's even scoring well off the bench too. But I think Isak is a preferred one. He was just given him a rest with the midweek fixture. But you can see here Wilson ticking along nicely. 2 goals, 1 goal. Only played 34 minutes. 2 against West Ham when he got the start. So yeah, they are playing well even when they're playing together, Isak and Wilson. So hopefully we might see the 2 of them up front together. But yeah, I think Isak is the preferred one. He was just getting his rest during the week. That was it. Where are we now? Luke, start Jesus or Watkins, only player not in the double. Probably start Jesus, to be honest. Did Kane, Grealish and Chilwell to Edward, Grealish and Chilwell. I'm going to assume he didn't bring in... Oh yeah, did Kane, Grealish and Chilwell to Edward, Salah and Trent. Probably wouldn't have went to Edward, but we'll see. Palace are kind of hot and cold at the moment. But yeah, no, fair enough. Trent and Trippier, yeah. Or sorry, Trent and Salah, that's fair enough. Or Grealish, or what? Yeah, Salah and Trent, yeah, sound. Play Watkins or Trippier. United defence is weak. He will surely score, and Trippier not keeping clean sheets for Hull. Fair enough. I'm going to say the opposite. I'm going to hope United keep them out at home anyway. Yeah, so hopefully. Messi versus Ronaldo for me. I support United. Mac3, so Ronaldo, but we can appreciate the 2 of them. Ronaldo kind of left on bad terms, obviously, with United, but you can't argue for Messi as well. He's got his World Cup, and that last World Cup was something special to watch anyhow. I'm gonna say the 2. I'm gonna say the 2. Yeah. I remember when I was younger, Ronaldo was obviously my idol, and then when he left United, coming home from school, checking teletext and seeing he was leaving us, and went down to the room crying for a couple of hours. And but yeah, he was a god anyway when I was younger. But no, Messi now, Ronaldo when I was younger. That's what I'm gonna say. Shaw, rest opinion. Start the 2 if you can. Hopefully we'll see a clean sheet for Brighton in that Wolves game anyway, and then I think there'll be goals in the United game. But yeah, Wolves have been ticking along nicely even the last couple of game weeks too. But Shaw, rest opinion, yeah, play the 2 of them. De Bruyne or Fernandes, I'd go De Bruyne. Keep going back to what I was saying. If you don't have Salah, get him into the team. Yeah, Salah and Nest opinion in. Martinelli and Chilwell out for -4. Yeah, get rid of Chilwell anyway. Martinelli might get something, but just get rid of Chilwell. He's been such a disappointment over the last couple of game weeks. Where are you gone now? Shaw for a -8. Depends who else you're playing. Michael, you have to play 2 Newcastle defence. Not a bad thing, Newcastle defence. I know they've been leaky enough the last couple of game weeks, but Southampton at home, you'd expect surely a clean sheet there. What else would be bad? 4.7 million defender that isn't Trippier, Botman, Shaw, S opinion, or just hold on to Rico. Also doing Tony and Saka to Salah and Greenwood. To play Rico, maybe you've Lindelof there at 4.1 if you're looking for a cheap defender. Jota or Isak. Jota's 75% chance of playing. I'd probably go Isak. I know you could go Jota either, and take the risk. But the fact he wasn't spotted in training yesterday, is a big doubt. I wouldn't be bringing him in off that fact anyway. Kanata and Shaw or Trent and White from now till the end of the season. I'd like Trent if you can get. Obviously, you can't get Trent and Shaw, but I'd like Trent anyway. Brentford, Leicester, Villa, Southampton. So not a bad run of fixtures for Liverpool. United are kind of hit and miss, aren't they? Wolves at home, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Fulham. Even United have nice ones there. If you can, Kanata, don't like Kanata. Klopp was chatting about him during the week. It didn't sound too great. He rested him during the weekend, he was saying. But then Matip scored, so would be surprised if Matip gets another start there. So probably Trent and White, but I wouldn't want White really. Arsenal have tough fixtures. Someone else instead of White. That's what I'd be saying. Junior Gaming. Jota or Isak. Go Isak. Yeah, I have to play 2 Newcastle defence. Nothing wrong with that. Paul, Dublin for Sam. Good man, Paul. Gabrielle Masta, please check your Instagram. DMs on Instagram are an absolute shambles. See if we can see you, Gabrielle. I can't see your name up the top. She send the chat in here, Gabrielle. We 5 minutes, but I literally can't see your name here. There's about 20 messages, or probably more that I can't. Or is that you down the bottom? No, that's Gary. No, sorry, Gabrielle. I can't see your message unless it's in requests. Send it in here quick, Gabrielle, if you can, and we'll try answer it before the deadline quickly. Madison or Watkins or Isak? That's what you're saying? I'd say Isak. Who do Leicester have? Everton. I think Isak. You start Isak anyway. If you want to play 2, Madison and Isak, just one. Just go Isak. Josh Sims. What striker would you buy with 7.6 million? Already have Haaland and Isak. So 7.6. Let's have a look. Forwards. 7.6. You've Tony really. If you want to do Greenwood, if you don't want to play them, you could just do Greenwood, save the cash there if you wanted to. Quick question from the groomsman. I'm gonna tell him live on YouTube. He's doing very well to be up here. YouTube, gonna answer you here. Right, what's he saying? Bench boost of Bazunu, Shaw, Zinchenko, Pereira. No, I don't think so. Just play Shaw over Trippier. That's what I'd say. Could bench boost 37 then. Right, that's the groomsman. I don't know how he's up. I was at a wedding last night. He just sent me a message, but I had to answer him there anyhow. He's doing very well to be up to do his fantasy team. He's got his priorities right anyhow. A shout out to Mark on the stream anyhow. Trippier or Watkins to play Trippier. Madison, Watkins or Isak. Yeah, go with that. Start Rico or 2 Newcastle defenders. Spread the risk maybe with 2. Or you could play Rico and Trippier then. I've Ray in goals anyhow, so I'm pretty confident hopefully of a Brentford clean sheet. If not, Ray will get a few save points anyhow. Mings or Edward first sub if McAllister doesn't play. Mings or Edward first sub if McAllister doesn't play. Who do Palace have? West Ham. Probably put Edward. I think United do get one against Villa. Right, 3 minutes to go. Jota Moreno for Trent. Ben Me or Trippier? Start Trippier. Jota Moreno for Trent and Solanke for -8. Brought in Jota last week, but the thought of a Trent Hall scares me, and Jota might not play. John, I think you have to cut your losses, do you really, and keep Jota and just hope he does play. Trent and Solanke for -8. John, up to you. I probably would be reluctant not to, John. And just hope Jota plays. If he doesn't play, he'll surely get some minutes in the second game. Would you do a -12 for Kanate to Trent? No, junior game. No, don't do a -12. Definitely not. 2 minutes to go to the deadline, lads. We'll just make sure my own team is locked in, and we're going to get a screenshot. If you are enjoying the stream, lads, we're on 28 likes. If we can get to 30 likes, that'd be much appreciated. And if you are watching, you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. We're very close to 3,200 subs, so that'd be lovely to get close to it anyway. Start Tony or Trippier, probably the attacker. I'd start Tony. Yeah, he does well chance he can get a haul there against Forest. Minute to go. See, is the groomsman? There's the groom, all right. He hasn't seen the message, but I think he'll be okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him Salah and Liverpool will hurt you though. Yeah, he's taking a risk, not going Salah in, but yeah. What are we? A minute to go. Make sure the team is locked in anyway. Good stuff. I see we're just about to hit 30 likes, so appreciate that, lads. Martinelli or Solanke, probably would give it to Martinelli. Start him. His ownership will hurt you if you don't start him. But yeah, that's the deadline. So, lads, 11 o'clock. I won't stay too long now because I'm actually getting a flight to London now at 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to go pack my bags. But yeah, that's another stream finished. We're gonna have 4 left for the season. Lot to ponder over the next couple of weeks. We'll hopefully be pushing to get close to the top 10k overall anyway. But yeah, we're gonna leave it that there. So, lads, no news on Twitter, what I've seen anyway. But appreciate you tuning in for the last 40 minutes or so. Hopefully we get some green arrows anyway. This game week, and we'll be close to that 50k anyway. When Trippier in the end, control alt delete, praying for a Solanke blank. I'm hoping it goes well for you, man. Do Limerick Marathon for me tomorrow, Paul. Good man. Hopefully it goes well. Mind the hamstrings as well. Right, I'm gonna log off here. I have to pack my bags and have some breakfast. But appreciate you tuning in, lads, for the last 40 minutes. Best of luck for the week. We'll see you in the next one.